Hey guys, Aaron here, more 4x4. I'm so proud to present to you our first supercharged Y62 Adventure Tourer build for Matt and Mel. This thing is so hot, I love it. So we're gonna break with tradition on this build and we're gonna go straight into the supercharger because I know that's what you guys wanna see. This supercharger, it's like it should be here from factory. Nissan, if you're watching, take notes, right? Because this here it's like it should have come out of the factory. I love this supercharger. I think I love it because it's not extreme, but the overall outcome for Matt and Mel is exceptional. It represents so much value in power, torque, ability, capability, strength. This is unlike any other Y62 Patrol I've ever driven. The Y62 being V8, you know, it's got 300 horsepower on the tyres as standard, but with the supercharger, it ends up being way more. This vehicle is so drivable and I love every single bit of it. Nissan Patrols should have come out like this from the factory. And we're going to reconcile that with you guys in the future with some testing dyno videos, pre, post. We're going to take you on a road test to show you how it performs out in the real world, and then we're going to show you on the dyno. Because I think that this really, when you look at the return on your investment from an exhaust system like headers and exhaust system and tuning, and your investment level required for that process versus a supercharger. And look, yeah, we all know that investing in a supercharger requires significantly more investment, but the returns on your investment when compared side by side don't make sense to do headers, exhaust and tuning. It's way different. The outcome on this supercharger is just exceptional. And we're going to consolidate that with some future videos for you. If you're trying to figure out what a black Raslarr bar looks like on a Hermosa blue Nissan Y62 Patrol, this is what it looks like. You may notice though that this has also had the chrome delete. So what I love about this is that the bumper feeds into the bonnet protector, the grille, everything is consolidated on the front end of this vehicle. Not a lot of need for lighting on this vehicle. Stealth light bar, we do on all of these builds because it kind of looks weird without it. A winch was on Matt and Mel's recovery plan, so we've included that. This is a Runva winch, synthetic cable. So winches should form part of a recovery plan, not a sales pitch. If anyone asks you, do you need a winch? That's coming from a sales point of view. If you have a winch in your recovery plan, fit it while you're fitting the bar. If you're just towing your caravan around the blacktop and on some fire trails, you may not need a winch. But if you want to go out off-roading by yourself, let's have some discussions about whether you want to include a winch in your recovery plan. Standard recovery points with Raslarr front bars, black bar. We don't do many black bars. So this is kind of unique. And the really interesting thing about this vehicle and Hermosa blue and the blackout, under certain light conditions, this vehicle can look really blue or it can even look black. Black, black, black. Wood grain delete, chrome delete, black wheels, black tires, black mirrors. Absolutely incredible. This vehicle has turned out amazingly. 4.2 ton GVM upgrade. This vehicle is under GVM. It's going to be under GCM. And 4.2 ton upgrades are the most commonly installed, commonly required systems on the market today. ROH Assault wheels, satin black. Maxxis 295 70 18 all-terrains. It all just comes together. This vehicle looks like it should have come out of the factory like this. We've included fender flares, right? And chrome delete, chrome delete, chrome delete, chrome delete. Everything, chrome delete. Get rid of the chrome. Pancho wants me to talk about the coils, but I'm not going to, other than the fact that we've got multiple different options of coils that we can include in your build to suit the way you want to use the vehicle. The permanent load that's on the vehicle all the time and the periodic load that you're going to subject it to, whether that's luggage in the back, stuff on the roof, caravan, ball load, horse float, boat, whatever that means for you. When we're doing a lifted vehicle, we've got way more options to choose from with coil rates. Standard heights, there's hardly anything. FYI, we're going to start making our own coils. So we can ensure demand, we can get the rates right, so it feels amazing for you while you're out traveling around seeing this beautiful country. So as part of Matt and Mel's build process with the Supercharger, we've included a Bendix four-wheel drive brake upgrade kit in this vehicle. Comes with rotors, comes with pads, comes with braided brake lines. The brake pedal feel is amazing. But just to ensure longevity, when Matt and Mel are traveling around this country, seeing all these fabulous locations, is a transmission cooler. And that's the only thing that you can see there through the grill. That's where we put the additional transmission cooler. I just wanted to let you know though, that it doesn't bolt straight in when we're doing a supercharger installation. We've got some custom things that we've done to make sure it actually fits in the front there. So if you're doing a supercharger with the supercharger radiator, you have to make modifications to fit the transmission cooler into that space. But we've nailed it and we're now including it in the supercharger build process. So if you're not sure, give me a call. You don't have to have a supercharger to have a transmission cooler, but longevity. You don't want to cook your transmission while you're out and about traveling this beautiful country towing your Taj Mahal behind the back of your Y62 Patrol. Safari. Snorkel, really important. So we see this all the time. People talking about stainless steel versus plastic. It's not plastic, it is sort of. Safari Snorkel. We've talked about them before, benefits, dust ingress, water ingress. We've got content on that. But the thing I wanted to show you, why it's important that we select this from the very beginning, because as part of a GVM upgrade, we need category 6 indicators, which are here. We want to have dialogue about whether you're going to get a snorkel or not. And the reason why we need to know is because it's a different part number. Different part number mirror to suit the snorkel, because there's clearance issues here. Come and show my digit in this gap here. All right? So clearance issues. So if you're thinking about putting a 10-inch snorkel on your car, it's not going to work. Right? We need to have the right dialogue when we're discussing your adventure tourer build to make sure we nail it from the very beginning. Roof racks. Part of discussion around storage systems. What do you need to carry? What equipment do you need to carry and where you need to put it on the vehicle? Roof racks are storage systems. The type of roof rack you need should be dictated by the equipment that you want to mount permanently or carry periodically on the roof system. For Matt and Mel, it made way more sense to have a mesh platform because they don't have the need to mount stuff up there permanently, except max tracks and a light bar and an awning. So it's important to understand what that means for you. If you want low profile and flexibility, a mesh type system may be the right thing for you. Slat systems are maybe more suitable if you want to mount lots of equipment in various deliberate locations. But for Matt and Mel, it made sense that they have flexibility. Awning, 2.5 by 2.5, standard. We don't need to go too much into that. We do have some max tracks mounted up there permanently on mounts, and we have a steady single row pro light bar mounted to the front. We also have some lighting at the back of the vehicle and some neat wiring throughout to achieve that goal. So Pancho wanted me to talk about the Ceramic Pro ceramic coating that we've applied to this vehicle, which is great, but we've just had a shift in the light, and Pancho's going to show you what I was talking about earlier. Please, Pancho, mess with your thing to show everyone how in certain light conditions, this vehicle looks Hermosa blue or black. And I think that's so great. It's like walking out to your car and it's a different color. It's a new car in the driveway. How fabulous. As part of any, great adventure tourer build that we're doing, We often talk about paint protection, and whether it's PPF or bush barriers or ceramic coating, this one has ceramic coating applied. We actually have a video dedicated to ceramic coating and our relationship with Jason and his amazing team at Deluxe Detailing. Ceramic Pro, it's great stuff, protect your paint, it's easy to clean, great stuff. So what's really important for Matt and Mel is the ability to be able to decide whether they're going to fill up or not on their long-range touring trips. So it was important that we increase capacity of this amazing supercharged Y62 Patrol. So we've included a long-range fuel tank, because long-range fuel tank spare needs to come out from underneath, needs to go up onto the back of the vehicle. So we've chosen Raslarr rear bar for this application. We've talked a lot about Raslarr. We've got a fabulous web page that has all of the details, images, really high quality images that the amazing Pancho has produced. If you want to see more about it, head over there, because we've got some great content for you. more4x4.com.au, Y62 Patrol, it's in there, you'll find it. Storage is not the most important thing in this build. In the back, we've done a seat delete. We've still retained the driver's side small seat. We've put a flat floor in here. We've got a 110 amp hour lithium battery in the jack space. We have a 375 watt Victron inverter underneath the front of the false floor, and all the airbag stuff that we need to control the ride height. Controls in the front of the vehicle, and we've got a fridge here. Fridges are important. This is the thing that turns this vehicle from a weekend warrior or an adventure towing vehicle into an adventure tourer, because you can still chuck all your gear in the back of the vehicle and you can go away for a weekend. You can chuck your swags or tent on the roof, a few coldies and some food. You can just pack up and go. So what we've also done in these adventure tourer builds, where we have seat delete and no storage systems, we also include a front runner storage box. And we don't bill our clients for it, but this here actually fits really, really nicely into the back here behind the seat. So if you've got recovery gear and other stuff that you need to carry, it just fits in there beautifully, and you can still stack other stuff in the vehicle. So this vehicle's not about this stuff. Let's be real. It's about the supercharger and the color. It's awesome, love it. So we mentioned previously about the lighting system that's on the rear of the vehicle. On the roof rack, let's be specific and way more deliberate. On the roof rack, we have 4 steady camp lights. 2 are on the reverse circuit, and then we have 2 switched here from a DriveTech control panel on the passenger side in the rear of the vehicle. So as you'll see here, we can control these light systems from the back of the vehicle. It's in one place, makes sense, super simple, low investment required to achieve this. So if you need camp lighting and area lighting, that makes sense. We've also got here, this is what we call task lighting. Task lighting being that you need to do something where it requires more direct lighting. That's what this is for. Touch switch on the light itself, so you're not faffing around over there trying to find it. It's all here. So as you can see, dimmable. We've done content around this before. That just makes sense. To wood grain delete or not to is the question. I actually particularly like the chrome delete wood grain delete, because for me it consolidates everything in the vehicle, outside to inside. I don't think these vehicles need chrome on them, but that's my opinion, and so is this. And I was torn about whether I was going to talk about it, and this has got nothing to do with Matt and Mel's personal choice, but for me, I have some visual challenges with doing this type of wood grain delete in the vehicle. I think wood grain delete is fabulous, but I think this carbon wrap idea is really challenging. And I think it's challenging because of the mottled surface, particularly where this operator console is concerned. For me, what it actually does is these buttons actually disappear, because when you look at this from a different angle, you actually lose sight of some of these functions and these controls. So when we're doing this wood grain delete system, there's a couple of things. We predominantly do satin-based wood grain delete systems, and because satin is easier to clean, doesn't show fingerprints as much. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was about doing a wood grain delete properly. It actually takes a significant amount of time to undertake it properly. And we do see a lot of talk on the Facebook groups about the wood grain delete and the prices, and we've had lots of projects declined because of the investment required to achieve that. But it comes from one thing. That elliptical wood grain panel on the dash here, you cannot get out of the vehicle without removing the dash. That component has fixtures in the back of that panel that can only be removed from taking the whole dash out of the vehicle. So if someone's not taking that out of the vehicle, the dash out of the vehicle, what it means is they're breaking the clips off the back of that unit. I have some issues with that. And I mean, look, you may never have to remove it ever again, but the fact is the only way it can go back in the car is with adhesive, probably Sikaflex or something. So, do you want it done properly? If you do, give me a call, because I want to guide you in the right direction. It's really important. I love my life. I've loved this build. I love Matt. I love you, Mel. Thanks for aligning with us to create this amazing supercharged adventure tourer. I hope you have the best travels in this vehicle we've built for you. If you've enjoyed watching what we do, I really appreciate you. Thanks for staying till the end. Subscribe, do whatever you want to do. I feel like a bit of a sellout for saying that, but it's important because the more interactions that we get, the more we want to do this stuff. I love this stuff. Thank you.